Hey, here's a quick video on how to get new samples onto your drum hat. First thing we want to do is we want to go down to the Looperman icon here that's going to be on your desktop, so double click that. That will open up the Looperman website right here. What we want to do is we want to click on Loops and Samples up on the top, and this will take us to the front page here, and there are thousands and thousands of loops you can use. So what we want to do is we want to grab a loop. So let's just go down, let's grab a random loop here. Trap drum beat 2, sad flute lull. Let's try that one. So let's click on download right there. This will take us to another screen. We just click on download for a second time here, and you'll notice it will download it and it will appear in the bottom of our screen in our Raspberry here. So we want to click on the little arrow icon and click show in folder. Once we do that, a folder will pop up in the corner. I'm just going to close this Looperman website just so we can get a clearer view of what we're doing. So this is in our downloads folder. This is where the loop is located. So now we're going to want to go on to the drum hat folder. I'm going to double click that. That will pop open a folder that looks like this. This is the script that runs the drum hat, and this is where our drums are stored. So I'm going to double click on the drums folder. You can see there's a total of 8 drums in here right now, and this corresponds to the 8 pads that are on the drum hat. So we need to get this loop up here into here, but we need to get rid of one of the loops because that's going to be 9 loops and that won't work. So I'm just going to click on this loop right here. I'm going to right click it with my mouse. I'm going to go to move to waste basket. And yes, we do want to move it. So that leaves me now with 7 loops. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this loop here. I'm going to drag it in and I'm going to drop it. And now you can see there's nothing in the downloads folder, so I can close that up. Now I've got my 8 loops in here along with my new loop that I've just pulled off the Looperman. I'm going to go up and click this little arrow right here, which is going to take me back 1 folder. So here we go. So there's my drums 2 folder where all my files are. Here's my script that I'm going to run. So what I do is I double click that, and it says, do you want to execute this file? And I want to execute the file in terminal right there. And there we go. When this little window pops up, it tells you basically that it is running. So all you need to do is click on here. And actually my sound is a bit low. Down here, you can hear that sound is running. So let's try another sound. There you go. So you can play around with those loops, and remember that you're only allowed 8 loops inside the folder. So I'm just going to minimize that. Inside my drums 2 folder here, you can only have 8 loops. Another quick suggestion, and I'll just minimize that, is when you're on the Looperman website, I'll just reload that for a second. If you find loops with a similar BPM, and I'll show you what I mean by that one right here. So the beats per minute on the loops, for example, this one is 100 BPM, this one is 128 BPM, this 128. If you can find them with the same BPM, they'll match up, which is pretty nice when you're playing them on your drum pad. Okay, enjoy.